That night, no one in Amar's family slept well, despite having toiled for 12 hours in an attempt to increase the household income. Only Arunachalam, Amar's father, lay seemingly at peace, though he was tossing and turning, ensnared in the throes of a distressing dream. Amar pondered whether to wake him. Suddenly, Arunachalam's voice pierced the silence, laden with urgency. "We have to help her, we have to help her," he cried. "We must reach her before the river reaches the waterfall. Parushi, grab this stick. Parushi, grab the stick." His arms flailed as if reaching out to someone, before he abruptly opened his eyes and sat up with a start, disoriented and drenched in sweat. Amar was at his father's side in an instant, providing comfort. The rest of the family, awakened by the commotion, gathered around, their faces etched with concern. Meenakshi, ever the nurturing presence, handed her husband a hot cup of masala chai, hoping the warmth would calm his nerves. Once Arunachalam had composed himself, Amar asked softly, "Thande, what did you dream about? You kept mentioning the name Parushi." Arunachalam's eyes widened in shock. "What else did I say?" he asked, his voice trembling. "You said, we have to help her, we have to help her. We must reach her before the river reaches the waterfall. You were calling out to Parushi, telling her to grab a stick," Amar replied, his concern deepening. As the words settled in the dim room, Arunachalam's face turned ashen. He hesitated, then nodded slowly. "Yes, that was a real event in my life," he admitted, his voice barely a whisper. "Tell me about it, Thande," Amar urged gently. Arunachalam shook his head vehemently. "I can't," he said, his eyes pleading for understanding. "Why can you not?" Amar pressed. "Because I made a promise never to talk about this event to anyone," Arunachalam confessed, his voice cracking under the weight of his secret. "When did that event take place, and did Parushi survive? To whom did you make that promise?" Amar asked, his heart pounding with the urgency of his questions. Arunachalam took a deep breath. "It took place 20 years ago," he said, his voice heavy with old grief. "But I can't tell you anything else. I made a promise never to talk about it to anyone. Please respect this, Amar." Amar, sensing the gravity of his father's plea, nodded. Amar addressed his father always with the most respectful Thande, as commonly elder men are addressed in Karnataka, instead of as Appa, which is commonly used by children to address their father. The corresponding respect form for the mother was Thayi, and if used by children, Amma. A few hours later, as darkness still enveloped their home, the family gathered for breakfast. Arunachalam suddenly announced, "I have to go and see the quarry supervisor. I have an idea how we can save our girls from Ravana, the moneylender." Amar looked up, surprised. "Thande, shall I come along?" "No, no. You must continue to extract the maximum amount of rock. I am of no help to you. I will go on my own. He is in town. It will take me 3 hours to walk there," Arunachalam said firmly. Amar, still inquisitive, asked, "What is your idea about?" Arunachalam's expression darkened. "Amar, I told you I cannot tell you, so please stop hassling me about this. I am leaving now." I will be back in the evening." After Arunachalam had left, the family sat in stunned silence, the breakfast forgotten. The air was thick with confusion and unease. They had never kept secrets from each other. This secrecy was deeply unsettling. Had Thande committed a crime that he dared not speak of? "Thai," Amar addressed his mother, his voice hushed. "Do you know anything about this event?" His mother sighed, her eyes weary. "Your father never talked about it to me, but I have an idea because he frequently talks in his sleep. He does not know that I know." She paused, her gaze sweeping over her children. "But none of you must talk about this to anyone, ever. You must promise. Your father would never forgive me for telling you, but I think it is important that you know," she said, her voice a strained whisper. As they pledged their silence, the weight of the unknown settled over them. They were bound by their promise, their lives intertwined with secrets that seemed to grow darker with each passing moment. Little did they know, the shadows of the past were slowly creeping into their present, weaving a complex tapestry of interrelated fates that would one day unravel the darkest secrets of Poraamai. This film was created by 20 village girls spread across Tamil Nadu and Karnataka. The girls filmed most of the scenes involving children themselves. The story is fictional and created by artificial intelligence. The story does not in any way relate to the people shown in the film. Please subscribe to this channel and share with your friends. Visit the channel frequently. We create stories about village life several times each week. Any profits will go back to the girls, their families, and other volunteers. Any volunteers interested in participating in the project can write to traditionalvillagegirls@gmail.com. Thank you from your traditional village girls.